With the recent round of shotgun nerfs, melee builds are back on the menu. In today's video, I'll be using the middle tree Striker Titan, Code of the Missile. This has Ballistic Slam, so if I leap into the air, I basically turn into a human missile. And since I'm using Syntheseps, if I'm surrounded by enemies, that's 3 people within 15 meters, I get a damage boost to my melee, which allows my Ballistic Slam to one-shot. That's the synergy today. But all around, I just want to talk about shotguns. Now that you have to clean up with melee, Syntheseps are a really good pick. And since this has Swashbuckler, having that damage bonus of Swashbuckler adds to the consistency of the shotgun. He didn't have green. I'll just take what I can get. Let's barricade up at this corner to make them not want to approach. I'm using 9 resilience today. I think that's a very important stat to have. Not because of shotgun duels or anything, but mainly because I can loop my barricade. I needed my shotgun to fire there. I think my melee ate the input. It was a little too close together. I'll just wait. I'll just snap my eyes to the bottom left and try to see that ammo. That was potentially a giant play there. By sliding over special ammo, it allows my character to 2-tap with 120s. I get damage bonus for being surrounded. One more. There we go. And now throw my barricade for my melee energy back, and I hit another. I needed my shoddy out there at the right time, but I don't think I had ammo. Anyhow, that right there is the crux of the build. Consistency when shotgunning. It's either your shotgun blanks and you get a melee kill, which makes your shotgun now more consistent. Hold that thought. There's my consistency now. I can also inertia override for that same damage boost. And it stacks. Gonna barricade out in the middle of nowhere. Last word. Can't do anything against a melee lunge. Destiny's networking does not like melee lunging. You can be the best aim in the world, you can be a cheater. You will not hit a Synthesept Titan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful target acquisition there. I kept them in their spawn. We keep our zones. We get our score multiplier. This map should not be in control, but it is. I'm going to go down the long lane because I anticipate them to swarm B. He's going to back up, so let's fight someone else. Good movement. I don't have ammo. I do now. Maybe Grave Robber might be the call on these, but as you notice, it does have surplus. So as long as I have 2 abilities, it feels like quick draw. 1 ability is pretty close to it. It has a handling masterwork for that specific reason. Full choke for ADS consistency. Melee energy. They're gonna nade me out. Oh, here he comes. He messed up his movement. It's whatever. Just gonna crouch in this corner for a sec. Two tap. I need that green again. Excellent. Come on, jump shot. I could get a missile and then go back for that. That works for me. I should have barricaded early. I typically run Dynamo, so that should have been the play in my head. Dynamo's a perk that says if you use your class ability near an enemy, it gives you super energy. And I use it primarily for situations like that.
5 minutes remaining. A strong start. Fight on. Zone B lost.
Killing the sniper. Good luck. Now I get 2 taps. I'm sorry, teammate, I have 4 mobility. I'm trying my best. Gonna use my nade to zone, which then gets my barricade up. I can ballistic slam right here. Dude, sniper! He just doesn't know. I maybe should have ignored him then. Typically they like snap aim at you and you're just done because they body shot melee clean you up, but hey, it did its job. Disruption break on this bottom dollar is amazing. If I hit 80 damage to the head and then 50 to the body, that'll typically break most resilience's shields, at least the lower end that people run competitively. Good for him. If he wasn't prepared to primary right there, he didn't have a chance. I think I can kill this. I'm gonna go out really wide. Take it for a ride off map. Never mind. They're set up. Hey, I got him anyway.
Zone B lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Good on them. They had really good map position. So yeah, if I break their shield, it makes them more susceptible to kinetic damage, which allows my teammates or my shotgun to do more damage with kinetic weapons. I want A flag more than I want B right here. I think I can keep them in their spawn. This is one of those decisions where someone's like, Cam, you gotta capture the objective. Trust me, this is the game-winning play. Not sitting on the zone. They won, so I back up. My goal is to keep them from pushing, so that someone can stand on the flag while I slay.
That's why we have fire. Wait for
Good luck. Now I have that 2-tap ready to go for later. Nom 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 nom. I'll take it. I really wished I just committed to a melee cleanup. Waited a like millisecond and just hoped that he wasn't gonna snap aim backwards. Like so? Okay. Destiny 2. Also, what is my teammate doing? Beautiful. So yeah, you don't win games by standing on zones, believe it or not, in control. You don't. You have to slay, then you worry about the objective. You hit that? I hate snipers so much. They need to be removed from the game. There's no reason. That seriously makes me want to switch to Behemoth and just never deal with it again. Because if every sniper hits a shot like that on me, I can't play the map.
enemy has advantage. 1 minute.
Ooh, that was beautiful. Maybe I should have snapped 180. Pop the shotty. Nice, we take those. As long as we don't die a lot, we win. I'm about to get my barricade back. I'm okay with this. If my teammate's super, we have no chance of losing.
10 seconds. Take this.
Oh, also maybe A flag would secure it. There it is. Good job. Took a lot of effort not to mercy a game. By the way, I scrapped maybe 10 commentaries like this today, just because I mercied in the first 40 seconds.
You fight like a demon for the
This shotgun has exceeded my expectations. The way I've always shotgunned is put in chip damage, follow up. I'll typically die if I only play with the shotty, but another thing is that my hand cannon only has 9 bullets, so if I'm fighting 6 people with no help from my team, eventually I will only have the shotgun to rely on because it reloads a whole kill. This just takes too long, so I need that inertia. The problem is if I melee, it auto picks up the green, so I don't get the inertia override. So I kind of have to primary cleanup to kill them at a far enough distance to be able to slide and auto reload this bottom dollar. The other one I have is high impact reserves, and I maybe will mess around on Warlock tomorrow with this. I could also go Ariana's Vow, double special it up. Another variation of this, I'm gonna lure some hateful comments. Dead Man's Tale, still extremely strong. And I still keep a quick draw swash shotty. Still will 2-tap with inertia override. It's just those in-air consistent headshots you will not get with Dead Man's Tale unless you go Lion Rampant. Now, sometimes in the competitive playlist, I'll use my missile to win a round and then immediately switch to Coda the Commander to guarantee that I have a suppressor grenade in about a minute. Ideally, with these stat splits, I want it to look something like 4, 9, 10, 4, 8, 4. That's what I'd like this to look like eventually. I would even take 7 intellect. I can let a Chaos Reach teammate charge me. I usually look at the team of 3 because I've had a bad habit today of matching like tourney 3 and 6 stacks. And so I have to stop the commentary to start really focusing on the game to prevent a mercy. And I still attract all the emotes and teabagging. It's great. I should say that a lightweight shotty on a hunter is really awesome because of that plus 20 to mobility and sprint speed. On a Titan, you can use whatever gets the job done, and this happens to be it. I could also alternate with duality and just ditch Swashbuckler completely on the shotty and get it back on the hand cannon. Might be the play. Duality is a very good shotgun, even despite the nerf, because it gives you those two options. Sometimes the only way to take someone out is with the slug option. Like there might be a tiny crack in the wall or something like that. Also, when I have a damage boost like inertia override, the slug will body shot. Pacifica, you can get some disgusting openers if you're quick. It's almost worth switching to Dune Marchers just to get the sprint speed. And I'll be on Colony too. If I damage boost Colony, it will one-shot. So let me think about this, about my opening. Don't go to B. Go through the middle of the map towards the power ammo and try to catch them on the right side of the crate.
They are your life.
And I'm bumped. Here's the right side of the crate.
Enemy claimed zone A.
Works for me.
Zone C captured.
Oh, right. I'm still a suppressor. Oops. No inertia override. We'll roll with it for one life. If I stand on that flag, it's suicide at the moment. That right there is perfect shotgunning on a Titan.
Claimed zone B.
Barricade loop. Crouch it out, get off that radar. Get ready to push towards them. not the flag. Now,
Fought like a titan of the first pillar.
no inertia override. Use it for bait. He's weak. Create space. Very nice. Gonna poison while I jump over. Nice. He needed to miss a shot there for me to get my dub. When you play with a team, this Code of the Commander is very good, but I think Top Tree Bubble works with the melee better because you get your health back after a melee.
Zone B captured. Zone advanced.
We're fine. We're perfectly okay. Lure him to the primary. I can win the primary. I forced his hand. I'm about to have everything I need. One down. Barricade loop.
Zone A captured. That's a power play.
I was dealing with too many people there. Dynamo also would have got me out of this one. Very nice quad. That's what I wanted to do. But I'm not Missile Titan. Okay, so now I'm prodding for radar on the right. I know they're at C. My super for C. Stasis is the #1 enemy here. Now I can get a long toss at A.
Zone B lost.
There's a chance that if he sits in that barricade, I do enough damage to take him out. My super still netted more points than his super, so I'm not even worried about it. I should be on missile. You know what? I'm going to wait for one suppressor. I'll suppress one super and then go back to missile. I made a mistake. I should have committed to that fight. Here. Once he puts the rift there, I'm not standing on that flag anymore.
Zone A captured. That's a power play.
This is back to I need to slay so that we can get more flags. You can see my feet.
I've seen enough. I'm calling this one.
Ah, back to mercying. Okay, so what I did right there, you can do against really good players. Like, it will piss them off because they think you're the worst player in the world and that something random worked for you. You could throw a grenade at your barricade when they have to push you. So think like objective, they have to push or they waste their super type thing. You can body block them so that they have no choice but to take the suppressor. You like slide and push them back into the barricade and suppressor. Makes it really easy for your team to clean up too, especially if they have glaciers, because they can ignite the glacier on your barricade. I should also mention that Syntheseps give you information when it activates, so you know when you're surrounded by at least 3 people. Very useful to know, because sometimes that means that not having the shotgun out is the right play, because you'll be able to clean up your hand cannon headshot with a melee. Overall, I do think I like the Swashbuckler Shoddy with the Disruption Break 120 more than the double quick draw, double swash setup. Maybe now I show, let's say map dependent. This is a really, really strong Titan. I think Armamentarium is the way to run Middle Tree. Reason being is because you can poison other people's barricades and get free chip damage. And most people throw up a barricade when they're weak. If you have high resilience, you can just throw them for free peaks. And then try to loop them. So the looping's important because in trials, you can stand in the middle of nowhere, hold map presence, you can stand on a revive or a zone forever with no reason to move. You make them cost ammo, then tell your team to collapse.
Show me you can take ground.
Oh, I could go hand cannon targeting here. Yeah, I should have went missile. Whatever.
Enemy claims zone C.
3 tags.
Three down. Enemy claims zone B. They have advantage. Together.
Can only do so much.
I love it.
So, the cool thing about Top Tree with Synthesep is that when Synthesep activates and I have my overshield melee, I can one-shot people with my melee, so I don't even need the shotgun. I don't need to waste the ammo. What side did he go?
Zone A lost. Enemy has advantage. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
This is it.
3 opponents down.
They don't know I have to reload. They do now.
They'll never want to match with you again.
They know what's about to happen. This is the power of aggressive Sentinel. Still has a place. Behemoth straight counters bubble though, so you gotta use it as a shield. Cheeky little third person ability peek.
Strength in numbers, guys.
Same thing with the super.
Three down.
He might have a damage boost up. Back of B is where I'm gonna have to start aiming in a sec. Actually no, they're perpetual spawn on A.
Keep the pressure on. I will tear out the red heart with my teeth. I will sear the cabal with my burning light.
It was Dawnblade melee. That was gonna hit me no matter what, because my lunge put me closer to the floor.
Watching too many crucible matches. I've seen enough. I'm calling.
Wrist breakers, number 7 will shock you. Dead.
Down tactics bring victory.
I'm telling you.
Victory gives
I'm
the
telling you. Cool guys onto something. Melee builds are back on the menu. I have to remember that True Prophecy is my only other way to get Rangefinder, and we are in a dire situation with gunsmith materials and with vault space. So let's decompress, go to the tower. As much as I want to do Missile Titan stuff, there's always time, there's always tomorrow for a commentary. I can maybe try the Dune Marcher version. But I do think Synthos is objectively the better call in today's meta. Unless you run bottom tree striker, then Dune makes more sense because you get Synthesep for free with where is it? There you go. Critically wounding an enemy or breaking their shields increase your melee range and damage, which is kind of cool because Disruption Break will let me know when their shield's broken. So maybe I could run that tomorrow. I think I might go back to Warlock.
Hi there.
Maybe I should keep a perpetual poll in the comment section, Hunter Titan or Warlock. I think my viewers appreciate seeing Titan the most just because it's the least common out there. It's the hardest to build around, so it would take like content creator hours to get competitive Titan builds. Hunter and Warlock are so much easier to build, especially Warlock because you just chunk all recovery. Hunter Stompy is easy to build around, but once you get into specific things like Khepri Sting and non-Stompy stuff, non-Dragon Shadow stuff, it's really difficult to build a Hunter. So I stopped by the tower. I'm gonna roll the dice on a couple True Prophecies with Rangefinder. Reluctantly, I'm keeping that. I don't have the vault space. I'm gonna have to off camera delete some stuff. Maybe I'll do a video on cleaning up my vault. But when I see something like that chess piece, that to me screams possibility of builds with Behemoth. Having that little bit of 6 mobility means that I can tip to get 4 mobility total because I usually run the minimum amount of mobility on my other stuff. So it's nice to have a chess piece that can do that. And I don't find intellect as important on Behemoth because you need a certain team to make Behemoth work. The super. Otherwise, you have to kind of use it like D1 Blade Dancer and just be committed to using it as an advanced Grenadier opportunity, not necessarily as a super. I used to pop Blade Dancer and then just throw a Flux Grenade at people. One off. Would I really spend 30 Legendary Shards and some Glimmer? I'll do it for the video. Wait, did these change the roll? It did. It's a decent pulse. You might be saying that's the perfect truth teller for what I'm doing with DMT, but yeah, probably not. Maybe for bottom tree striker, just use it like a shotgun. Might be kind of fun. Now that's what I call a chess piece. I use my Postmaster as a second vault. If you want to see my vault, it has a lot of treasures in there. Could delete every exotic. The problem with Destiny is that you don't really have control over your Destiny, your RNG, that kind of thing. So you end up keeping extremely rare permutations of weapons. Because the chances are, if it ends up being meta with a shift, like shotguns for example, 120s for example, get shifted, it's nice to have some amazing difficult to get rolls in your back pocket, because I'm sure there's some of you at home who might have even deleted bottom dollars like this in the past because you were looking for Rampage or multi-kill clip. Hell, my Kramil's Dagger is a remnant of the past and maybe the best kill clip because of drop mag and outlaw on the same gun. I could even use that in the commentary.